Title: I saw a group chat on my wife's phone titled "Without Alex. Alex is me." I quickly opened it and my heart sank. My mother-in-law was asking my wife to be a surrogate and spend the night with my brother-in-law while I was at work. Start pregnancy. I packed my bag and vanished. When they received the first letter from my lawyer, I had 156 missed calls and texts from my mother. "Your wife is in the ER." I should have never touched her phone. But curiosity has a way of pulling your hand toward the fire. There it was, a group chat titled "Without Alex. Alex is me." My thumb hesitated. I opened it anyway. The first line I read hollowed my chest. "You should spend the night with Daniel. That's the only way. Alex will never agree." It was from my mother-in-law, and my wife replied with a simple, cold, "okay." Then came the gut punch. Scrolling further, I saw pictures, balloons, smiles, a cake with blue and pink frosting, a pregnancy celebration, yesterday, and I was at work. I remember when I used to trust her, the kind of trust that made me believe love could heal anything. Nights when we planned children of our own, evenings when her head rested on my shoulder as if the world couldn't touch us. But betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It grows quietly in familiar rooms, wearing familiar faces. Daniel, my brother-in-law, the coward I welcomed into my home for dinners, the one I defended when others mocked his failures. And my wife, my supposed anchor. They carved me out of my own life and laughed while doing it. That group chat title was fitting. "Without Alex." That's exactly what they wanted. My first instinct was to confront them, to scream, to break something. But rage without precision is weakness, and I wasn't about to gift them my weakness. So I swallowed it, packed a bag, vanished, like a ghost leaving no shadow. They didn't notice at first, not until the first letter landed on their doorstep. My lawyer delivered it, a petition for divorce, citing adultery. Attached, copies of the group chat, screenshots of her mother's words, and their smiling faces at the pregnancy reveal. I knew the moment they opened it. My phone lit up like a Christmas tree. 156 missed calls, dozens of messages. The last one chilled me. "Your wife is in the ER." From my mother. I didn't respond. Not yet. The truth is, I had been preparing longer than I admitted to myself. There were cracks in her story weeks before I found the chat. Late nights out, her sudden work emergencies, the way Daniel's car conveniently appeared on our street when she was shopping. I started keeping receipts, not just financial, emotional ones. I saved her texts, her "where are you" lies, her mother's constant prying into our private life. I recorded a call, her admitting she wasn't sure she wanted kids with me. Every piece of evidence stacked neatly in a folder labeled "Insurance." The day after I disappeared, I changed all my passwords, froze the joint accounts, and rerouted every paycheck into an account only I controlled. By the time she realized, her credit card was declined in the middle of a grocery store. She texted me angrily. I didn't reply. A week later, the house, my house, was no longer hers. I had bought it before our marriage. Her name was never on the deed. She was served with notice to vacate. I can only imagine her face as she stood in the doorway, realizing she wasn't just losing me, she was losing the roof over her head. The pregnancy changed nothing. In fact, it made everything cleaner. Daniel wasn't just her lover, he was her accomplice. His life wasn't difficult to dismantle. He worked for a company that prided itself on family values. A quiet package found its way to his HR department. Screenshots, dates, proof. He was escorted out by security.
Their secret love, once celebrated, had turned into a public humiliation. But revenge isn't satisfying until you watch it register in their eyes. So I agreed to see her. She was pale, weak, tubes running into her arm. She reached for me with trembling fingers. "Alex, please, don't leave me." Her voice cracked. I looked at her the way a surgeon studies a tumor. Cold, detached, necessary. "You already left me," I said. All I did was return the favor. Her eyes filled with tears. For once, they weren't crocodile tears to manipulate me. They were raw, real. She finally understood loss. Daniel stood in the corner, silent, ashamed, his shoulders hunched as if the weight of my presence was too much to bear. Good. The fallout was merciless. She lost the comfort of a husband, the stability of a home, the financial security she once bragged about. He lost his job, his reputation, and soon enough his child support would eat what little remained. And her mother, the puppeteer, suffered the worst punishment of all. She had orchestrated the plan, pushed her daughter into betrayal, and now she was forced to watch her family implode from the sidelines. Every call she made to me went unanswered. Silence was my weapon, and I wielded it perfectly. Do I regret it? Not for a second. I gave them what they wanted, a life without Alex. Only they never imagined what that life would feel like. Empty, desperate, broken. As for me, I walked away cleaner than I came in. I had no ties, no debts, no chains holding me to their ruin. People say revenge poisons the soul. They're wrong. Betrayal is the poison. Revenge is the antidote. I left the hospital room that night without looking back. The sound of her sobs followed me into the hallway. Daniel didn't even try to stop me. He knew he had already lost. Outside, the air was crisp, quiet. For the first time in months, I could breathe. Justice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It was written in the wreckage I left behind. And as I walked into the night, one thought settled in my mind with finality. They wanted a life without Alex? Now they have it. Forever.